What is happening, YouTube? Warrior here, and today I've got a little bit of a different video for you. It's going to be sort of like a fireside chat, just straight up commentary, no editing, just me talking and you guys listening, and hopefully y'all will give some feedback down in the comments. But today I kind of just want to do sort of a channel update slash community update. I've not done that ever on this channel, and I feel like I'm at a position now with sort of where the channel is that I want to be a little more forthcoming with you guys, be a little more open. I've got a pretty good number of people here, almost 5,000 subscribers, so I feel like I'm at that point where I want to engage more with you guys. I want to have these discussions, these talks, even if it's only like a once a month or so thing. I may do like AMAs, I don't know, but just to get to know you guys better, y'all can get to know me better. But yeah, just something fun to do. But anyway, I feel like this one was needed a little bit just to update you guys because, so let me try to boil this down. Where I'm at right now, obviously if you followed me for my Helldivers 2 content, which I know a lot of you have, you've probably been wondering where I've been. So I want to back up just a little bit and give you a little bit of history around the channel, why I started it, and what I originally wanted to do. So for those interested, I hope you stick around and you listen, and you can give me feedback down below. But basically, this channel started 14 years ago, back in 2010, and it was literally, I think it was literally just when I made my Google account for the first time back in high school, and then I think I like logged into YouTube, probably like comment on videos or something. So I wasn't like uploading or like, doing anything channel related back then. Because again, I was like a senior in high school. I just wasn't even thinking about it. But I wanted to comment on videos. I wanted to, just have a YouTube account. And so that's when it started. I didn't start uploading videos until probably a year or so later. And it wasn't really anything other than just a fun little side hobby. And there was some kind of goofy videos I uploaded, gameplay videos that I did with a friend. And then eventually I uploaded this one Spider-Man video. It was The Amazing Spider-Man 2. And it was literally, I don't even know why I uploaded it, but it was just like gameplay I'd captured of that game. I'm a big Spider-Man fan, so I played that game like as soon as it released. I recorded some gameplay of it. And it was literally just like me swinging around New York. And I was like, I like the swinging mechanic in this game, so I'm going to record and upload a video. And I think this was actually the first time I'd ever recorded gameplay. Like, actual, like, I don't know, it may not have been, but it was like the first time I'd really dipped my fingers into recording. And so I uploaded that video. I think that was back in 2014. And I never paid attention to it. I just left and, went off and did my life, It's like I never really looked back at YouTube. I don't remember when I checked it, but I noticed, like, sometime probably later that year, or maybe even the following year, I went back and I saw that video, and it had, like, thousands of views. And I don't remember how much it was at the time. It may have been, like, 50,000. I don't know. But I was like, what the heck? This video popped off. It's like, that's crazy. I didn't even, like, I put no work into this. Anyway, that video just gradually got like a crazy number of views over the time that it's been on my channel. In fact, if I go look at it now, let me go see. I think it's got like 800 something thousand. No, it's got 650,000. I thought it was higher than that, but it's got 650,000 views that it's just accumulated over literally 10 years. And I uploaded some other videos around that point that didn't really do anything. I was dabbling in music back then. There was some other stuff that I did here and there. None of it really serious, just goofy little stuff I wanted to upload. And it wasn't until a few years ago that I knew I wanted to do something with YouTube, and I just never knew what that was. I never knew how it would develop. I made a video for Halo talking about Jeff Steitzer and his original lack of presence in that game, and I think it was in the BTB mode, because I'm a big Halo fan. Like, Halo is like one of my first loves with video gaming, so I kind of started my channel seriously, like as far as content wise, like producing Halo content. And that was actually the first video that I did a few years ago. It did terrible. It got like 50 views. But it sort of got my foot in the door, and then early last year, 2023, I started doing performance analysis reviews for Jedi Survivor. And the entire reason I did those videos was not because I wanted to have a channel around performance analysis, but it was because I played Jedi Survivor, and I could not believe how bad the performance was on console. I was playing on Series X, and it was so bad. Like, it was just so terrible. I'm like, I need to make a video about this. Like, I don't see anybody currently making a video. I think it was like release night that I played it. I'm like, nobody else has talked about this. I want to let people know how bad this is. So I made a video, and it did pretty well. It got like 2,000 views. And so I was like, well, here we go. Maybe this is my, you know, maybe I just need to stick with this and make a few more videos and see how it goes. So I did. So I made a few more performance review videos for Jedi Survivor. I think I made 6 or 7 in total. And they all did pretty well. Now, this was back when I had like 11 or 1,200 subscribers. By the way, most of those subscribers all came from that one Spider-Man 2 video. I never understood why. But it always felt like cheating. I felt really weird about that because I was like, wow, one video and I have like 1,000 subscribers. I don't know if they all came from that video, but that's the only video that really ever popped off for me. So I assume it did. Anyway, I did 6 or 7 videos on Jedi Survivor, but I knew that wasn't what I wanted to do with my channel. I knew I wanted to have more of a gameplay focused, whether it be Let's Plays, or just something that focused more on games themselves and not necessarily performance. And I'm a big fan of edited Let's Plays, so I really like these sort of like cinematic displays of games. I'm a big fan of like IGP, I'm a big fan of Fooster, and some of their other friends that have come up, you know, around them that do kind of the same thing. There's some other guys that I've taken inspiration and influence from, but I really love turning a video about a game into sort of a cinematic, almost like a little cinematic movie. Like those are the videos I really love watching, and so that's kind of the content I wanted to make somehow. But I also wanted to make it my own. You know, I don't want to copy anybody, but you know, I do have, though they are inspirations for me. There's some other creators that are inspirations for me as well. But that was sort of where my love was. I wanted to make sort of little cinematic, you know, displays, showcases of games. And so at the time, this was a year ago, I thought, well, I don't know exactly how to do that. Like, I don't know what game I should start with. But there was this one game that came out late last year that my wife and I really wanted to play. It was this goofy game called Party Animals. And so that was my first original, like, edited video, was Party Animals. It was just us goofing around in Party Animals. And it got 128 views. It didn't do anything, but it was fun. We had a really good time, and, you know, that was my first foray into edited video. I then did one on Fort Solace, which was a really cool game, kind of a walking simulator, but it sort of got my feet wet into doing that edited sort of Let's Play experience, a cinematic Let's Play. And then after that, I didn't really know where to go, so I started producing content on Halo. And it was all sort of focused around mostly Forge. So I really wanted to showcase like small developers, and I really enjoyed showcasing a lot of the Forge creations in the Halo community, specifically Halo Infinite. Halo Infinite at the time was still sort of in its peak, a year and a half ago. And so I took that opportunity to find some of the coolest maps, some of the coolest creations in Forge, and I wanted to make videos on them, just to showcase those creators, because nobody was really doing that. And I thought this would be kind of a cool niche, you know, like find really cool maps, whether they be like campaign, you know, entire campaign missions people made, or, you know, someone made Helm's Deep, and I thought that was really freaking cool, so Helm's Deep for Firefight, I wanted to do a video on that. Someone did the entire first mission of Halo 3, so I wanted to do a video on that. Like, just really cool stuff that I didn't see anybody talking about. And all these creators, you know, that did it in Forge, you know, they're not getting paid, they're not getting, you know, any recognition besides what's discovered in-game, and they may or may not be discovered. So that was something that I thought would be really cool, was to show off small creators in Forge. So that was originally how I sort of got my start doing YouTube, was a year ago now. Well, eventually I did that for a few months, and then Halo, I fell out of love with it a little bit, specifically Infinite. Those videos were doing pretty well for me actually too, like getting at least 2,000 or 3,000 views every video. Like all of them did really well. In fact, the best video I did was one specifically around firefight returning in Forge, and that got 9,000 views. So that one popped off well. So like these videos were doing well. My channel was growing slowly, but it was growing, and I enjoyed making them. I really enjoyed showing off the creations, and there was numerous creators that would come and comment on my videos and be like, "Hey, thanks for showing off my stuff." And I was like, you know, it felt really good to do that. It felt really good to help them out. So I enjoyed that, and then suddenly Helldivers 2 came out in February, and it wasn't that I didn't want to do Halo content anymore. I got to a point where I wasn't sure if I wanted to keep doing Forge stuff. Like, I don't know, I enjoyed it, but I also felt like I wanted to try something new. So Helldivers drops, and my best friend and I are playing the crap out of it. It is like the coolest game we've played in years. We both love it. We both love the humor. We both love the patriotism. We love everything about it. You know, it's stupid, but it's fun. And we're enjoying the hell out of it for like the first month. And I just had this feeling. I was like, I want to do videos on Helldivers. Like, I'm loving this game so much. I'm playing it like almost every day. I want to do something with this. And so at the time, I didn't know what that would be. And I originally did a video that was sort of a co-op edited let's play, you know, just us goofing around in a match, but it was very edited. It was very sort of, you know, as cinematic as I could make it. And I put a decent amount of work into that video and was fairly proud of it. It was like 9 or 10 minutes, but it did terrible. Like, it got like 50 views. Nobody cared to watch it. And I looked back at that and I was like, you know, it kind of makes sense. Like, why would someone click on this? They don't know who I am. They don't, what's the reason for watching this? And so at that point I had sort of a retrospective, I don't know, I just kind of had to sit back and think, all right, what am I doing here? You know, like, is this really going to work? I need to bring some sort of value. And so that was when I thought, well, what if I did weapon reviews? People would probably watch weapon reviews. And so that was when I did the first one on the, what is it called? The Punisher, the Incendiary Punisher. Or not the Punisher, the Incendiary... What is it called? The Incendiary Shotgun. I'm blanking on the name. It's the other one. So I did the first video on that. And I didn't know what I was doing. I literally I started talking, and I was like, you know, I wrote out a script, and I just read the script, and I made what I thought was a cool video. Like, that was it. And it did really well. Like, it got 30,000 views. And I was like, whoa, what the heck? This is crazy. And I realized how much interest there was around Helldivers. And I also realized, you know, it was fun to make. Like, I really enjoy this game, so it was kind of fun to do the narration and everything. And so that was more or less how the Helldivers 2 weapon reviews started. And my channel exploded. Like, I went from, like I said, 11 or 1,200 subscribers to over 4,000 in like 2 months. Like, the growth I was seeing was crazy. But the problem at the time was, as I started getting better with the weapon reviews, and I was having more fun, like, I started really getting into the narration and the intros, which are still to date my favorite part of them. I love doing that. I wish the entire video could just be an intro because it was the most fun. But anyway, yeah, I would get to a point eventually. It was around probably the Spray and Pray, where once I finished that one, and that was only my 6th. I was just realizing, I'm like, daggum, I've done 6 videos in the span of like 2 months. And part of it was just, at the time, they were taking so long to make, like recording all of the footage, and then editing the footage, and then writing a script, and then recording the script, and then assembling all that into a video, and then making an intro. It was like, most people don't realize how much work goes into a 10-minute video sometimes. And there was times when it would take me like 2 weeks to really finish and iron down the quality on that video. But that really bothered me. Like, I felt like I wasn't doing enough for the channel, and I felt bad for the people who had followed me, and I wasn't getting videos out like every week. Like, I wanted to get a video out every week, at least one review out every week. And that wasn't really happening. There was some other factors that were contributing to that at the time, but at the end of the day, it was a lot of work. It was a lot of recording, a lot of narration, a lot of writing, a lot of editing. And I ended up doing 8 of those. So I did 8 weapon reviews, and all of them more or less did really well. The last couple kind of fell off in views, but I mean, they still got 5,000 and 12,000 views, so like, who cares? Like, I'm not just doing this for views. I mean, I want to do stuff that does well for the channel, but I also want to make sure people were enjoying it. And at the time that I stopped, which was 3 months ago, Helldivers was really struggling. Like, the community had sort of stepped away from it. Only the most hardcore fans were still playing consistently. I think it dipped down to like below 20,000 players. It may have been even lower than that, to be honest. So for a couple months there was a lot of antagonism towards the devs, and the community as a whole was pretty negative after all the weapon nerfs and everything. And so it kind of just felt like the last couple of videos I did, all of the comments, not all of them, but a lot of them were negative. They were all just like very poo-poo on Helldivers, and you know, this gun sucks now and it's just not fun to play anymore. And I was like, well, this is kind of not fun to do anymore. You know, like, if people aren't having fun with the game, then it's not fun to produce content because everyone's just miserable. And I know that wasn't the case for all of you. Like, I know there is a solid group of fans, myself included, by the way, that was still playing the game, still having a blast with the game. I never felt like the game stopped being fun. Did I feel like there were things that could be improved? Yes. But I was never the people on Reddit that were bitching and complaining all day about one little weapon nerf, you know? Like, I was disappointed in some of the decisions that Arrowhead made, but it never really stopped me from enjoying the game. So I continued playing it privately, but I just, at the time, making content was like, I don't know, people aren't really excited about this anymore. That's how it seemed anyway. So the other thing that happened at that time, and this is sort of bringing it up to current day, while I was really excited with the growth that Helldivers 2 had brought to my channel, I still realized I wasn't really doing what I wanted to do. I wasn't really producing the content that I want to do long term for my channel, which is to show off a variety of games in a specific style. You know, this gets back to me wanting to do like these little cinematic showcases, like cinematic let's plays of games, whether it be 30 minutes long or an hour long. I want to walk people through a game they've never played and sort of let them just sit back and watch, because that's what I enjoy watching. And so I realized this wasn't really the niche I had wanted to do, and so I took a month or 2 off to sort of figure out how I wanted to get back into the swing of things. And so the past few videos that I've done, 2 out of 4 were not Helldivers. One is about a game called The Altars, which was really freaking cool. And then the other game was one called Fears to Fathom, which is a little indie horror series that I absolutely adore. And I really wanted to make a video on that because my wife and I love watching those. Like, we watch other creators play them, and when the 5th one came out, I really wanted to play it. So I wanted to take a stab at making my own version of that game, and also just getting back into the Fort Solace, you know, style where I was doing edited Let's Plays. Those videos didn't do that great. They got a couple hundred views, and that was it. And I wasn't really surprised by that, you know, considering I had come from Helldivers and then Halo. I knew there was going to be a fall off, but I still wanted to sort of get back into that. Well, then I decided to do another Helldivers video 2 weeks ago, and I decided, you know what, Helldivers just had a huge update. Let's go check it out. Let's do sort of a Let's Play version, you know, where we just jump into the multiplayer and play the game, and not make it so edited in the sense where I'm running a script and doing everything I was doing for a weapon review. Let's just go have fun in the game. And I did, and that video got almost 6,000 views, so it did pretty well. And so I'm debating if I want to just do more of those videos, but the negative is a lot of people do those videos, and it's not really what made my channel stand out to begin with. There was a distinct style and a distinct presence that the weapon reviews had, and so I'm torn on this, and this is where I'm currently at with the channel. So hopefully, for the few of you that have stuck around this long, and you've listened to me ramble about the history of my channel, which I really appreciate, this is where I'm at currently. I want to do more Helldivers content. I want to do more you know, features where I'm literally just playing and checking out the weapons. And I'm also playing around with doing more reviews. I may not call them weapon reviews, I may call them something else, but I'm definitely still thinking about doing more of those weapon showcases and maybe even stratagems. Because number one, people really liked them. I got some of the most amazing feedback on those videos. I mean, they were just so crucial in helping me as a creator know what I was good at. And so I got a lot of really good feedback, including constructive feedback. And they were popular. I mean, they got anywhere from 5 to 95,000 views. And so people really enjoyed those. I think they were different. They were fresh. I don't see anybody else doing that style of content on Helldivers. And so part of me wants to go back to that. I do think I'll probably see more growth that way. But I'm torn on this because long term, I don't necessarily just want to be associated with Helldivers. But this is the fight that many YouTubers, if you want to call me that, I'm so small, I hate calling myself a YouTuber, but creator, whatever. This is the battle that a lot of us wage when you're trying to establish a channel. You have to sort of find a niche, but then the problem is, if you hammer down that niche too hard, it's really hard to break out. It's almost impossible to do anything different. And so while I adore Helldivers, and it's some of the most fun I've had with any game in years, I don't want to just be a Helldivers channel. There are so many other games that I'm interested in, so many other games that I love showing off. I love, especially indie games. I've really gotten into showing off indie games the past year. Just there's so much creativity in the indie game community. I've even gotten into like some horror stuff. Like I've traditionally never played indie horror, but I really kind of like indie horror. There's a lot of really cool games out there. But at the same time, I want my content to feel different, to feel fresh, to not feel like it's just more of the same. So, I don't know. I'm rambling at this point, but just know that if you've made it this far, I have literally never wanted to put out a video like this because it literally just sounds like me rambling, and I just... That almost revolts me. Like, nobody's going to listen to this. That's my thought. Like, nobody's going to listen to me ramble. And so, like, I totally understand if you've clicked off by now. Because it's... I don't know. I watch certain people ramble, but there's very few people on YouTube that I will watch for 20 minutes literally just talk. And so, anyway, but I still wanted to do it. I want to be honest. I want to not have everything on my channel be so hyper-edited, you know. I want there to be a sense of humanity, a sense of personality, not just edited scripts, because that's what I felt like the weapon reviews were, and I felt like people really didn't know who I am. Like, there were so many people that were like, is this voice AI? And I'm like, fuck, dude, like, I don't want to be mistaken for AI, which is a terrifying thought, but that's going to happen more and more these days. So, I still want to have videos that I'm doing that have my personality, even as uninteresting as it can be, you know, that just has me talking, me enjoying a game, whether it's a let's play, whether it's doing analysis, whether it's, you know, a community update like this. I don't know. I fear being lumped into this hyper edited niche where, you know, with the Helldivers videos, I'm talking very like in universe, right? Like the intros and all that. It's intentional. It's all meant to sound like you're listening to like a weapon instructor give like an overview of a weapon. So it's all very intentional. But it's not the connection. There's a lack of connection there that I want to have with a community, whether it's 1,000 people, whether it's 500 people, whether it's what it is currently, which is almost, or I think it's like 4,500. Like, I want to be able to share more with you guys. I want to be able to stream. I want to eventually potentially have a Discord where we can all connect and talk and whatever. So I have aspirations for the channel, and I guess I'm just trying to figure out how to achieve that, and that's the hardest battle, honestly, is trying to figure out whether it's the right time to diversify or whether you should just stick to your niche. So, anywho, that's where I'm at right now. I'm just curious for those of you that watch this, whether it's 5 of you, I don't care. I'm not expecting it to be hundreds, but just give your feedback. Let me know down below. I know most of you have followed me for Helldivers. I know most of you probably enjoyed the format and sort of the goofy satirical nature of those videos. And so if you want more of that, that's perfectly fine. Like, I get it. I know it was popular, but I'm still a small channel. So I'm still trying to find my way, you know? I'm still trying to find what works consistently. I'm trying to find a workflow that I can really get into and churn out content. I'm also struggling with being stuck on one game. I don't just want to be Helldivers. So, I don't know. What do you guys think about that? Is this, like, stupid to dwell on? Is this overthinking? Trust me, I do overthink things at times. But I also don't want to be pigeonholed. I love games. There's so many games that are coming out this year, next year, that I would love to do videos on, that I would love to stream, you know, and I'm just thinking maybe I should just start doing it, you know? Maybe I should quit thinking about it and talking about it and just start doing it. Like, there's a bunch of different games recently that I've wanted to stream and I just haven't done it, like Space Marine. I haven't done anything on Space Marine. And I was really excited about that game. And from what I've played of it, it's awesome. But I haven't done anything because I just feel like nobody's going to watch it. Like, it's all, people are only here for Helldivers. And so it's a struggle, to be honest. Anyway, that's sort of where the channel's at. For right now, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep producing Helldivers content because A, my followers expect that. A lot of them do anyway. And it's a popular game. It's still doing really well, especially recently with the updates. And I think the videos will perform decently. So there's that rationale and logic to keep producing Helldivers content because I think it's a popular game. And the videos do well. But I think I'm also going to play other games. And if nobody watches those videos, that's fine. Like, I still want to have that blueprint on my channel where I'm diversified. I'm playing anything that interests me, whether it's indie, whether it's a horror game. I want to make fun little feature videos, edited videos that are basically just comfort food. Like, you can just sit down and watch and not think too hard. Like, just a little cinematic showcase of a game. And I've even dabbled with potentially doing reviews. I might do more reviews. I just don't know how that would boil down. I don't know. But I still think I'm going to diversify. I want to do other stuff. I want to start streaming other stuff. And if people discover me through the weapon reviews or whatever it is I'm doing with Helldivers, that's fine. If the channel grows that way, that's fine. But I'm still going to diversify and do things that I enjoy, cover games that I want to cover, and sort of take the channel in a direction overall that I sort of want it to head in. I think I can do that while still providing the people what they want, if that makes sense. While still doing the weapon review series, while still covering Helldivers in a unique way. I think I can do both of those. But anyway, that's sort of where I'm at. What do you guys think of all this? This is weird for me to be this vulnerable, to be honest. Pretty much everything I've put on my channel has been very edited. So yeah, it's going to be kind of weird to put this on the internet and open myself up, if you will, and let people in. It's like, yeah, tell me how stupid I sound. But that's YouTube. So anyway, this is sort of where the channel is at. It is currently October 24th, 2024, and I'm hoping that a year from now, there's a much more clearly defined, I don't know, genre? I don't know. I just hope my channel a year from now is more clearly defined. I can't think of a better way to say that. It needs to be more clearly defined. It's not necessarily like just one thing. Like, I don't want it to be that, but I will do what I need to do what's best for the channel and to do what's best for what subscribers expect. I don't want to be one of those channels that, you know, covers GTA content and then turns around and starts covering, you know, Fortnite. Like, that's not what you subscribed for. You subscribed for Helldivers. So I don't want to completely abandon Helldivers, but over time I might eventually wean into other games that you guys might enjoy watching too. So anyway, regardless, everybody's going to do with their time what they think is best. So I hope to earn your time. I hope to earn your view. If I don't, that's totally fine. Go watch whatever video that interests you. I'm the same way. I follow a certain group of people, subscribers, that I watch consistently. And I don't often venture out of that. I rarely ever discover new people that I fall in love with. So I think a lot of people are that way, probably. At least more than I realize. And so it is hard to get discovered because it's hard to give new people a chance. But I think that's just YouTube. And like, to get discovered, you have to do something unique. And I think that's what the weapon reviews were. Like, to give myself credit, I think the weapon reviews were unique. And so I think that's what worked. So anyway, I just want to say this to close. Thank you to everybody who has subscribed and supported for the past year. Whether it was Halo content, whether it was any of the videos I've done. If you subscribed, you've supported me in some way, shape, or fashion, and I really appreciate that. All the comments, all the likes, you guys are awesome. Some of the support that I've seen, especially on the weapon reviews video, was so sweet and so encouraging. There was one night when I was just reading through the comments where I actually teared up, because it was just such a huge outflowing of love and support, and just so I didn't realize at the time when I was reading these comments. It was like a few days after I posted a video. I had never sat down and like read through all of the comments, and so I did, and I just started reading, and it was like positive comment after positive comment, and they were all so nice and supportive and encouraging, and I got overwhelmed emotionally. It was pretty amazing. So to see the support that you guys have had for my stuff in the past has been overwhelming. So I guess what I want to end on is just to say thanks. And I really appreciate you guys. I hope to continue to develop this community more and more, whether that be eventually streaming and interacting with you guys, whether that be one day doing a Discord. You know, we'll see where it goes. I'm not in a rush, but I look forward to it. I look forward to having a closer, tight-knit community and interacting with everybody as a big family. So anyway, that's probably where I'm going to leave it for now. I just wanted to give you guys a rundown, sort of a history of the channel, how I started it, what I want to do with it, and sort of where it's been the past few months and why content has been inconsistent. Over the course of the next few days, I do want it to start picking back up. I've already got a Helldiver video recorded and pretty much ready to go after this one goes live. I might do some final touches on it, so it may go up like in the next day or so. But that's just going to be me checking out the Purifier as far as, and some of the new stratagems that were buffed in the recent updates. So that's going to be kind of a more Let's Play video checking out Helldivers. But if there's enough desire, if there's enough want, I will bring back the reviews. I may not call them reviews, but I will bring them back. I think there will be enough desire. If there's enough desire, I will bring them back. And so let me know down in the comments what you guys think. What do you want to see? Are you only here for reviews? Are you interested in other takes, other videos? Are you only here for Helldivers? Let me know. Just spill the beans like I've done. Tell me what you think. I don't care if it's positive or negative, whatever. I can take it. I'm a big boy. So just tell me what you want to say. I've really enjoyed growing with you guys. Really enjoyed the community feedback I've gotten so far. Look forward to more. And until then, I think that's all I've got. I really appreciate you listening to me ramble for 30-something minutes. I apologize that it's been that long, but sometimes that's just what I do. If you ever wonder why I do edited videos, this is why. Because if I don't edit them, oh my gosh, I can talk, man. I can talk. So I should probably just cut it off. Or I'll find another subject and go on for another 5 minutes. All right, love you guys. Thank you so much for the support. I will catch you in the next video, hopefully before the weekend. So y'all take care. I'll see you next time.